Okay. So in the last class, are you able to hear me, all of you? In the last class, we have discussed about operator overloading. Operator overloading means when existing operator is assigned additional work. It is called as operator overloading. Or when existing operators are designed to operate on user-defined data type, then it is called as operator overloading. Operator overloading and function overloading is examples of static polymorphism, whereas virtual functions are an example of your dynamic polymorphism. Yeah. There are certain rules for operator overloading. The first one is only existing operators can be overloaded, no new operator can be created. Second, arity of operators must remain same. Arity means number of operands required. For example, if plus is a binary operator, so for that you require two operands. Similarly, if you overload plus operator, then it must take two operands. Third thing, precedence of an operator cannot be changed. Precedence means which operator will get executed first will not change. The existing precedence will be applicable for the operator. Fourth one, operators cannot be overloaded for built-in data type. If you are using only built-in data type, then operators cannot be overloaded. You need to use at least one user-defined data type. Then some of the operators like plus, subscript operator, parenthesis, arrow operator, this operator can be overloaded only as a member functions of the class. Right? Rest of the operators can be overloaded as member functions or friend functions or normal functions. Then 6 point, some of the operators which cannot be overloaded are scope resolution operator. Scope resolution operator means double colon. Then this operator is called as ternary operator. Then dot operator, which is used to access the data. Then pointer dot operator. Then size of operator. These operators cannot be overloaded. Okay. Then there is syntax. So syntax, return type, you need to use operator as a keyword, then the symbol which you want to overload, then argument list, and here is the function body. In the last class we have taken two examples, right? uh, One is for feet and inches, and another example I have given uh, for your time, right? So we will take one more example and then we will proceed further. So write a program to design a class time with fields hours, comma minutes, comma second. Overload binary plus operator to add two times. Right, so we will try to solve this one. First we need to include some header files, hash include iostream dot h, which has cin and cout. Then hash include con io dot h, which has clr, scr and get ch. Then we will define a class time. Some fields are given. So fields we need to write. So fields will be integer, hours, comma, minute, comma, second. These are the fields. Then public. I will write function to get the data. So void get data, layout, and enter hours, minute, second. See in hours, minute, second. So this is your get data. Now we can write one more function to show this data. So I will write here put data function cout nation hours hour, then minute, then second. This is for display. Now you need to overload the plus operator. So I will write, it will return some value that is of class of type time. Then operator is a keyword. Then which operator you want to overload is plus. Then here I need to plus one argument that is of type time. So t2, here I need to take temporary variable, so time and temp to perform calculations. Then temp dot hours equals to uh, hours plus t2 dot hours. We have performed addition for hours. Then temp dot minute equals to minute plus t2 dot minute, and then temp dot second equals to second plus t2 dot second. So this addition we have performed, and we need to write main. Void main clr, and here we will define three objects for time t1 comma t2 comma t3. We need to input data for two times. So t1 dot get data, then t2 dot get data, and we need to perform plus operation. So t3 equals to t1 plus t2. Now we can display t3 values. So t3 dot put data, and last three get ch. Okay, so this is the program we have done. Now we will try to run it. First of all, we need to save it. Operator 4. Yes, filter F9. One error is there. Okay, so we need to have here return return m to yes, filter. One more error is there. What is say? Okay, compound statement missing. And alter F9 control F9. So for first time you need to enter 140 30 130 30. So it is giving me 2 hours 70 minutes and 60 seconds. Now there is a mistake in calculation that minutes, if the second is 60, if you add it to 1 minute, then if the minute is 70, so 10 minutes and 1 hour should be there. So we will change a little bit in our logic, like previously in the previously in the previous class we have done for distance. Here we will do for time. I will check if temp dot second is greater than equals to 60, then we need to add it into the minute. So temp dot minute plus equals to temp dot second divided by 6. So if it is greater than 60 seconds, we need to add 1 minute to the time. This will do it. Now the remainder which will be available will need to be added to seconds. So n dot second mod equals to uh, then again same thing we need to check for and the minutes also. So if temp dot minute is greater than equals to 60, temp dot r equals to temp dot minute slash 60 and temp dot minute mod equals to 60. This will do. Again F2, save it. F2. Now I will again run it. Control F9. Okay, so again I 1 hour 30 30 seconds. Again 1 hour 30 minutes 30 seconds. So it gives us this 30 becomes 60, so 60 becomes 1 minute, and this 30 becomes 1 hour 60 minutes equals to 1 hour, so that should be added. Like this you need to perform. Yes. Anybody has any doubt? Yes, anybody? Everybody is able to get everything? If you are not able to understand, it's very important. If you are not able to understand, you should ask. Okay, now we will try to use friend function instead of this member function. So I can write friend. So I am using now friend function. Now if you are using friend function, you require two arguments: time t1 comma time t1 comma t2, and here hours, for hours you need to write t1 dot hours plus t2 dot hours, then t1 dot minute plus t2 dot minute, and t1 dot second plus t2 dot second. Right, the rest of the logic will be same. What we have changed it, we have make it friend function. So since it is a friend function, if it is a binary operator, you need to have two operands. Right? If it is a member function, you need to pass only single operand, because one of the operand will be from the member function itself, right? The object through which we are calling. So if it is a friend function, you need to pass two arguments t1 and t2. Right? So, but the syntax will be same. T3 equals to T1 plus T2. We will try to run it. F9, okay. Control F9. 1 hour 30 and 30. 1 hour 30, 30. Okay. So it is giving us the same result. Right. This is how you can use friend function. Friend function is required because you are using the objects of the class time, and again you need to access the private data members of that particular class. That's why it is required, right? So hope all of you understand how the operator overloading works. Anybody wants to ask anything, anything he doesn't understand? Everybody is getting everything. Okay, the next topic, uh, we have seen constructor. And what is constructor? Constructor is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is created. Destructor is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is destroyed. Constructor are generally used to initialize objects of the class. Right? So now sometimes you need to pass the parameters to the constructor. Right? So we will see how we can pass parameters to the constructor. Okay, so we need to pass parameters to the constructor. But as you know, when you use inheritance, right? So when you use inheritance and in inheritance base class, if it is having a constructor, and if the derived class is also having a constructor, so first the base class constructor will get called, and then the derived class constructor get called. This we have seen earlier, right? But what will happen if the base class constructor has parameters? We have seen three types of constructor, right? First one is default constructor, which doesn't take any parameter, so no issue for it. Then second type is parameterized constructor, which takes some parameter. Third type of constructor is copy constructor, and last time we say it as a multi constructor or constructor overloading, right? So in this example, what we need to do is we are having a base class. In this base class, a constructor is there which takes an argument, right? And in the derived class, again we are having a constructor which takes an argument. So as you know, when you create a derived class, it will call the base class constructor. But problem is that since the base class constructor has a parameter, you need to pass some parameters to the constructor. So in this case, how you can pass it? By using this syntax, right? Which syntax? Constructor, derived class constructor, and its parameter list, and then we need to use colon, and then base class constructor, and you need to simply pass the argument. Here you need not to specify the type. Oh, this is body of derived class. This is the syntax how you can pass parameter to the base class constructor. Now you can see here we are defining one base class. It has a constructor base which takes an argument. We can even print this. Why? हेलो, हाँ 5 मिनट में कॉल करता बेटा वापस 5 मिनट. Okay, so we can print this y as well, and here in the derived class we are passing y. We can pass x as well. X equals to, here we can have y equals, okay. We will try to run it. Here we have this colon here. Okay, like this again. This is the base class, and it is calling the constructor of the base class as well as it is calling the constructor of derived class. Right. You need to remember the syntax. What is the syntax? Derived class constructor, parameter list, then colon, base class constructor, and argument. Whatever argument, number of arguments are there, you need to call. If you don't use this one, it will create an error. If you are not using it, it will create an error. Cannot find default constructor to initialize the base class. Right. So if you want to do it without passing the parameter, you need to write here the default constructor for the base class. Right. Since we don't have default constructor there, you need to write the name of the constructor and the argument which you want to pass. Okay. Yes. Anybody has any doubt?